everyone, and welcome to, I believe, the fifth, installment of our playthrough of The Long Dark in sandbox mode. We're on day 55 now. This is different than the day that I left off. Thought, and was having network problems and actually was not coming through. So, let me just show you where I am. We had left off at the gas station that we were using as a home, and all I did was, it's right over there beyond that burned building on the other side of the water, but all I did was come out of the gas station, hook a left, and follow the highway a little while until I saw all these houses on the waterfront. And since there's a wolf over there, I'm going back down. Alright, so I believe before I figured out that I was not actually streaming, I had looted most of this house. Maybe. Let me look around. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, let's take a look around here, see what we can grab. Okay. Very good. Alright, nothing there. Let's go through the kitchen. Okay. Sorry, I just had to check messages and stuff. Let me go ahead and, while I'm in here in a safe place, I'm gonna go ahead and start, which I should have done ahead of time, start my, chat up. So I can interact with anybody that would like to speak to me. Alright. There we go. I'm all set. If anybody has any questions or comments, hit me with them. Okay. So, one more bank of cabinets that I haven't checked. Yay! Awesome. Alright, next up the bedroom, which of course has a little bathroom off of it. Let's start in here. I always look in the shower because sometimes apparently people leave boots in the shower. Not that I need any, but it's just always fun to discover them. Don't need that. Do need this delicious toilet water though. Hooray. Nah, I don't need those. There's not really much that I do need at this point. Ooh. Pretty sure I need those, though. I was gonna say, the only thing I really need to get now is wool long underwear, and bam, there it was. That was perfect. I don't need that. Just so you know, that vest that I just observed is really a terrible outer layer to wear outside, but the only good thing about it is that if you harvest it, it will give you 2 cloth instead of just 1, which most of the, which most of everything gives you. Excuse me a second, I have to go break up a cat fight between actual cats. Get on, get out. Leave her alone. Golly. Alright. Sorry about that. This is the most entertaining stream of all time, I'm sure. Okay, I think this dresser I hadn't checked, so let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll take a gander at my inventory. See about fixing up those britches. Nope. Would be good if I didn't already have something better. Alright. Realizing that I'm winded, I'm probably just going to run to the next house in the little neighborhood and rest there tonight, just so I can get a little more out of my daylight. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and, even in bad condition, look at how much better the wool is than the cotton. I mean, look at that. So much better. And once I fix this up, it's really going to be great. Yeah, that ought to do it. Alright, so let's put those on. Let's scrap this stuff. In case anything else becomes in need of repair, we'll be set there. Actually, let me go ahead and patch up this hat while I'm at it. It'll also knock out that sewing kit, so it's one less thing I'm carrying. Perfect. And everything else is in good working order. Alright. Let's go ahead and head out the side door here. Sounded like an unhappy wolf. Oh wow, look at this. I don't need those, but that's good to know that those are there, or potentially spawn there. It's good info to have. Just to orient ourselves a little bit, the road that I followed to get here. Oh look, there's a wolf I killed. I need to harvest him. But anyway, the road is right over there, and we're on the waterfront, and our gas station home is directly about that way. All right, so I'm gonna head over to that house next, but first let's get this wolf. We're gonna grab all the meat off of him that we possibly can. It's good that I found him because, oops, I didn't mean to use that. It's good that we found him because I was, hoping I could get some more wolf skins. As of now, I do not have any cured wolf skins, and I am wearing a wolf skin coat, which means that I've kind of left myself without a way to repair it, if it starts to really deteriorate badly, like if I get attacked by something. So this is good. Once we get back to the house, that'll lay there and cure for a while, and then we'll be golden. Hopefully get a couple more wolves in the meantime. Alright, so I'm following the sound of these crows over here. Another dead body. Yeah, I was gonna say, sometimes this guy has a hatchet. I'm just gonna look at it.
Best be prepared for anything.
Nah, I don't really need that. I've got a couple of extras back at the storage area that I'm using. Alright. I think that's it. Always make sure to carefully check for crow feathers, because you're gonna need them. And let's duck on in here, see what's going on. I've noticed that, ooh, I hope this place has a fireplace. If not, I'm gonna run back across the street and cook all that meat. That just occurred to me. But what it also occurred to me is that it's awful hard to see, on the feed that y'all are getting. It's really hard to see when it's this dark in a place, so I'm gonna start trying to get better about turning on my lantern so y'all can actually see what the heck's going on. It's no fun to watch somebody stumbling around in darkness, I'm sure. And I'm just real quickly disposing of a bunch of canned goods that I'm carrying that are pretty heavy and starting to get out of date. Alright. That's good enough. Let's get that lantern going. Okay. Now, I am going to have to remember to turn this off when I start doing anything that's going to take some time, like repairing clothing or cooking or anything like that. your fuel will get used up if you do not. Oh. Always good to have those on hand.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
Any food is going to be useful. Yay. Once again, I've mentioned it before, but it's important to carry around herbal tea. Probably not in the amount of bulk that I'm currently carrying it in. But I like to keep maybe about no less than 5 on hand if I'm out adventuring in the wilderness, because it's a very actually helpful tool. Yeah, that's an empty can. Empty cans. Somebody here was a slob. Anyway. When you're out in the wilderness and you know, obviously you get tired quickly if you're cold and, you know, exhausted. You're going to be moving slower. It's going to be, you know, detrimental to your life. So what you can do to help that out a little bit, grab a couple of quick naps here and there, even when you're outside, is you can build a fire, pump it full of enough fuel so that it lasts for several hours, and then just lay down in your bedroll and take a nap right next to it. That's going to improve your warmth rating, that's going to improve your stamina, and but before you go to sleep, if you have tea, if you have herbal tea on you, you can, you know, either warm up a cup or, you know, cook it or whatever, and drink the tea. You will gain a warmth bonus, and when you rest, you will actually gain more stamina. You'll, quote-unquote, have a better sleep from drinking, like, sleepy time herbal tea, which I thought was really kind of a neat little addition. But it's really one of those tools that you, at first, don't realize how useful it is until you need it. And I've discovered how often you might need it. Many times over. Okay. Oh, and just for anyone who's just now watching and hasn't really paid attention to the previous... Oh, need extras of those. Previous streams. What we've done so far, we've started in the Mystery Lake area, which is the first zone of this game, or at least the first one in chronological order that they added to the game. Yeah, need that. So we kind of cleaned out everything we could there. We advanced onto the coastal highway zone, which is where I am right now, and we've kind of methodically started from the very, let's say, the front of the zone and worked our way back, leaving a little bit of wilderness in between that we still need to check out. The goal, of course, is to not only live for a really long time, but I'm going to drag my butt back to that house across the way. But also, I want to make it to every single zone available at this moment. Like, I want to showcase everything I possibly can in this game while I'm streaming. So, that's where we are. Currently, we are, if I go that way, I will quickly come upon the end of the zone. So I'm not going to go that way just yet. I just wanted to run over here and check out these houses before returning to the gas station. But that is coming up next. I think I do want to go to that particular location next. Alright, so since there's a fireplace here, I'm going to go ahead and, oh shoot. Never mind, I need to go get some firewood. Never mind, there's some firewood. That worked out. Alright. Boy, I'm moving slow. Come on. Alright. Add as much fuel as I can. Let's get cooking all this meat that I have on me before it goes bad. So I've noticed over hours and hours of playing this game that meat cooks at a rate of about 1 unit of meat per 20 minutes of fire time, regardless of the heat output. Which, I don't know if that's something that's going to change in future versions, further updates of this game, but that's really helpful to know when you're planning, you know, time to do stuff like this, little maintenance things. I'm going to be able to cook one more bit of meat, and then I don't have enough fire for the rest. Also, fish, if you manage to catch some fish, or even sometimes you can find fish, if you manage to get your fish, that will cook in significantly less time than red meat does. So just another thing to bear in mind. I forget exactly. I calculated at one point and then I forgot. Which is, I forgot is my middle name. Alright. We're having a quick drink and snack before, I know it's dark, but there's a bed right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my traditional 8 hours of sleep, eat and drink, and then sleep until daybreak. Same as I always do. And once again, that is because if you sleep any longer than 8 hours, you run the risk of beginning to damage yourself in your sleep by getting too thirsty or too hungry. So we're just trying to head that off at the pass, stay in as best condition as we possibly can. So we can keep going. Alright, so 2 more hours of darkness. I'm gonna go ahead and snooze through that. Let's give it 2 more hours. It's still pretty dark out. Plus, I'd like to get hungry enough to eat a little bit more of that meat, because I'm over 40 kilograms of weight right now, and that is just unmanageable. So I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I'll eat this rabbit. That actually frees up a lot of weight, and it just has a little bit of calories in it, so rabbit's really not worth carrying around forever and ever. And you know what? Let me go ahead and slurp down a soda. Breakfast of champions right here. Rabbit meat and grape soda. Alright. I'm still too heavy to run. Once again, story of my life. Let's see what we've got in inventory here. I need to get rid of about a half a kilogram. What will accomplish that? Oh, found it. I really don't need these. I think I have extras back at the house. If I don't, who cares, because I'm about to make deerskin pants anyway. Are you kidding me? God almighty. Let me see if drinking a little water will help. Alright. I can officially run, but it's not going to be fast. That said, I've got 2 flares on me. I'm going to go ahead and equip one. Because I've got 1 wolf skin. That's pretty much all I need at this point in time. I really don't feel like wasting ammunition when I don't need to. I like to reserve my ammo for when I absolutely have to hunt in order to survive. Like if I have a whole bunch of food waiting for me, you know, in a secure location, I really don't want to use up ammunition that could otherwise save my life. There we go. Let's try to get out of here before he comes back. Pardon me. I do realize it's probably easier to just beeline right across the lake here, but I'm just going to take this little stretch road, because I think you manage to walk faster on pavement. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, my perception. Alright, so we've already investigated both of the islands out in this little bay. We've investigated all of the ice fishing huts, which are wonderful to go through and find supplies and little snacky things, and of course to do some fishing and catch some food. In order to do that, though, you are going to need a tool of some sort to bust open the ice on the lake so that you can fish in it. You will need a set of fishing tackle. I would recommend taking multiples because it is possible for them to break in mid-fishing session, which sucks. If you made time to go all the way out, you know, to one of those places and you only have one, you're kind of screwed. Fishing tackle can be made by fashioning at a workbench. You take spare metal or scrap metal, you can turn it into a hook, and then you need to take gut. If you have any cured gut, harvest that, and you can make fishing line out of it. Which is one of the reasons that, I mean, even though it's kind of a pain in the ass to carry around, it's a really good idea to just pick up gut whenever you possibly can, whenever you can harvest it from an animal. It's one of those very important things. Okay, almost there. We're just going to where that car is sitting down on the road. Already investigated that little house up there. Now, I've mentioned this in previous sessions, but I want to get this out there again for anybody that may have missed it. A really great way to acquire, like, venison, to acquire any deer parts that you can harvest, is to wait kind of patiently in an area where there's lots of deer and lots of wolves. And you can actually wait for a wolf to chase a deer down and kill it. And then you can run up to the wolf with a flare going, throw, you know, a flare at it and scare it off and take its kill. Which is super valuable, a super valuable strategy bleh, when you're very first starting out and you have no means of killing any game. Let's chuck that over there. Let me get a fire going. Let's use a book. Some fur. I don't really need that much firewood, but okay. Notice that my fire starting skill was high enough at this point that I can start a fire, at least in a fire barrel, with 100% success rate. So that's very helpful. That's why I used in the beginning of the game as much lighter fluid as I could when starting fires, because it made it so much easier to just pop up through the ranks, you know, the fire starting skill. I'm almost to 100, at which point it will be pretty easy for me to start a fire anywhere, as long as it's not like, you know, terrible windy conditions outside. Okay, I don't really have anything that needs cooked right now, but since I do have an hour's worth of time, I'm going to go ahead and melt 2 liters of snow, and then boil them, just so I have a little padding in my drinking water inventory. Once again, you need about 20 minutes to boil water, which I pretty successfully gave myself there. And it takes about 20 minutes per, what unit do they go by here? Liter of snow. 20 minutes per liter to melt it. Boiling goes a little faster with multiple liters. Melting the snow does not. Alright, so let's lay down all the hides and stuff we have here. Ah, my black bear hide's cured. That's awesome. And I think... Oh yeah, I've got plenty of deer skins in here. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and, tell you what. We're gonna go ahead and make those deerskin pants now, as soon as I'm done putting some stuff up in storage. So we're gonna go into... Yeah, I've got room. Okay. I'm gonna go into my first storage locker, which is where I keep all my food, and I'm going to dump everything that is in fairly good shape in there. Anything that's like yellow like this, I'm gonna keep, and just dispose of it quickly as I get hungry. Alright, and I like to keep, well, let's go ahead and say 2.5. I like to keep around 2 liters of water on me at any given time. Sometimes that's a little less feasible if you're carrying a bunch of stuff. But it's just, I feel like it's a real safe amount to travel with. Well, hello, Airsoft Patch. Welcome to my stream. I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Be happy to chat with you. Alright, I am going to... Well, I didn't have much room in there. I do have another little storage box over here that I'm stuffing food in, so I'm going to go ahead and put up the remainder of this meat that's in good shape. And then I'm going to take out a couple of units of meat that are not in good shape. There we go. Alright, so what else do I need to do? Let's tone down on this tea here a little bit just for the sake of saving some for the future. I'd like to keep about, let's say 10 of them on me. Same with the coffee. Actually, I'll do 7 and I'll store 10. Alright. So I can tell I'm a little tired and a little, you know, let's do some maintenance here. A little tired, a little hungry. Go ahead and scarf up these candy bars and canned goods and stuff that's about to expire. Because even if I do get food poisoning at this point, I mean, my bed's right there. I'm in a secure building. It'd be fine. Like, I could weather it. I'd rather do that, you know, take that gamble than waste food by letting it go bad. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick nap. Because I don't want to start on those deerskin pants that I'd like to make just now when I'm that tired, because doing that kind of work at a workbench is really exhausting. You get hungry and tired and thirsty easier, quicker, and I didn't want to, you know, put myself in any danger. Because that's the name of this game. Caution. And I'm gonna go ahead and sleep until daylight. Heck with it, 10 hours. Let's do this. And starting with the heaviest thing I have, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this dog food. Heaviest expiring thing that I have, that is. And why not? How about some condensed milk? Really pigging out this morning. Okay, so we're up to day 57. It's a little dark in here, but I can kind of see. Go over to my workbench. I'm on day 57 just now. It's obviously taken a while to get here, because I've been trying to do the thing where I explore a little more than I do just hole up in a place and, you know, burn through days, just because that's boring to watch. Oh. First, before I do that, I have to get in here and pull out my deer hides. Great. Alright. Let's flip through our crafting recipes. See, here's fishing tackle, like I was talking about earlier. Very helpful to have extras of that when you can. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw down on a new pair of pants. And it's not going to take it's going to take like a day to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and throw 6 hours into it at first. Oh, Airsoft Patch died on day 78. Wow, that's an impressive survival. I believe the longest I have ever gone was 153 days, which was just a miraculous feat because I was reckless as all get out. I wasn't all that great, and especially dying because I was facing off with a bear that I didn't need to be fighting at that particular time. I just was being irresponsible, and I died for it. So that's what ended my longest streak. Bears, as usual. Grab out some water. Alright, let's keep going. Now, once we have these pants on, I'm gonna go ahead and finish them, because I think I'm in good shape. Once I have these pants on, I'm gonna try to put together, like a travel kit of stuff, and I'd like to go on a little walkabout for a while, because there's something nearby that I'd really like to show. Turn this lamp on so everyone can see, including me. And at this point I'm just doing kind of routine maintenance, putting up stuff that I don't need to be carrying, like these, I don't need these extra hooks right now. I am going to take an extra flare out because I like to travel with 2 of those at all times. And what else do I have? Not much. I'm actually in pretty good shape. I'm going to get rid of this bad sewing kit and just truck with a good one for a while. And I'm going to put up the best matches that I have and use up the ones that are decreasing in durability the fastest. That ought to be fine. Just keep in mind, it is better to have too many matches, way better than having not enough matches. Because they're so super light, and you will literally die without them, I guarantee. Because if you run out of the means to create a fire, you've had it. I'm gonna keep these in my inventory for a second, and you'll see why shortly. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and eat and drink, go to sleep, wake up, and get ready for an adventure. Grab a drink just in time before I start getting ill. Airsoft Patch is chatting with me, saying that hypothermia gotcha on day 78 when you died. Would you mind telling me what zone you were in and what you were doing at that time? Because that's interesting to me. It's interesting to me how easy it is to die in certain areas where you would think it would be really safe. Just if you're even for a moment negligent about anything. It's really... There we go. Let's put on our deerskin pants. It's just really easy to do. Whoops. Pardon me. I've got some time left before daylight, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting together my traveling stuff. And then I'll probably take a little nap and hit the road. I think I have an extra... yeah, throw that out there. God. At this point, I could make a pair of boots, but honestly, I don't really want to fool with it just now. Because with deerskin clothing comes high maintenance, and I'm not sure I want to deal with that just yet. See, Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley is, we're going to be visiting that zone probably in a couple of IRL days worth of streaming, just because there's another zone real nearby that I want to hit first. But I love Pleasant Valley. It is such a great place. I can't wait to show it. Oops, let's put that up. Just kind of wandering around talking. But the bad thing about Pleasant Valley is that there's so few shelters, and there's so few and far between. It can get real treacherous out there. Oh, man. Yep, I've many times been caught by hypothermia while harvesting an animal, and, like, kind of forgetting how cold it gets, how quickly. Once you have better gear, like once you're in a position where you can create, like, a wolfskin coat, deerskin pants, you know, you're going to be able to withstand the cold a lot longer while doing those kind of chores. But man, is it ever easy to, you know, have it sneak up and get you. And you bring up a very good point, you know, mentioning that the wind picked up and put your fire out while you were harvesting, is that a lot of times if it is really cold out, you know, it pays to look at this information down here. You know, it has the air temperature versus how you feel, the wind chill bonus, the warmth bonus. It's a, you know, very helpful to keep an eye on that. And if it's getting really low, and you need to do something like harvest an animal, build a fire right next to it. If at all possible, try to do it in a place where, you know, there's a little bit of like a rock overhang, or you're in some woods or something where it's not going to be as bad for you. But I mean, sometimes it's just inevitable, and you have to do that to survive. Really, you had all the best gear and that happened. Ugh. Well, that'll just piss you off. That just hurts your feelings. I don't need any of this. Alright, so let's take a look at the inventory one more time before I set out. I realize I'm a little over encumbered. It's because I'm wearing really good gear. Oh, and because I'm carrying a bunch of this crap. Let me just put that up. I like to put things where they go. So I like to put first aid stuff in a first aid box, just because, you know, it's logical. Yeah, let's go ahead and unload some half of each of these. A little under half. Alright, now I've got a little less weight, and I've still got a really good amount of painkillers and antibiotics to fall back on it should anything terrible happen. And I will carry this many of those wound dressings just because they are so excellent to have in a pinch, and they hardly weigh anything. Absolutely perfect. Oh, thank you for following. thanks for chatting too. I'm always interested to see how other people's games go. This is probably my favorite game of all time. I play it nearly every day. So please feel free to check me out next time you're around. I try to do this on weekdays, early afternoon central. See, you know why he ran away from me? You saw that wolf just there? He ran away from me because I'm wearing a wolfskin coat, and that's intimidating to wolves. So that's another plus of having the wolfskin coat. Alright, so I'm just going to keep running down this road, past where we started today's session. Again, already checked out that little property up there. There's some nice stuff hiding up there as usual. Now, I do realize that I have a bad habit in this game of just carrying way more stuff than I need to. I probably don't need to have a set of tools on me right now, or, you know, a number of the things that I have, but there's a reason I'm doing it right now, and you will see what that reason is shortly. Airsoft Patch, you can expect a return follow, because I would love to see you stream this game on Xbox. I actually haven't seen anybody stream on a console on this game, so I would be really interested to see how that goes, and if there's any differences between that and PC. Alright. I hate not being able to run. I did it to myself. Grr. Because I am that person that does this in video games, I pretty much, like, all along this stretch of road, went as far up this mountainside as I could, just to see if there was anything hiding or lurking up there. And, to the best of my ability to find out, there was not. So don't waste your time trying to, like, scoot up the side of a mountain to see if there's anything there. I do that in every game. I don't know why. Just have to test all the boundaries. The literal boundaries. Alright, so on the other side of this giant rock outcropping here is where there's those kind of coastal homes that I explored at the very beginning of today's stream. Let's see here. Alright, now some things of note in this little area is that if you go over there, let's just go over there for the sake of looking. Oftentimes there are saplings that you can harvest, and every now and then there's like something dead that you can loot. Check this out though. 2 whole green maple saplings down here. I don't need them, because I've got, I think, 2 or 3 of them back at the gas station. But it's good to know that they're there, in case I ever do need them. However, I am going to harvest the birch saplings, because I feel like I can never have enough of those. What those are used for once they're cured is you make arrows out of them, combining arrowheads that you make out of metal with kind of a refined birch branch and a crow feather. And that will come in handy later on in the game. So, once again, always thinking ahead, always saving up for stuff to do in the future, if you make it to the future. habit. I always do that too, even though I've never found anything behind a visor. Alright, and then, again, my little way of showing myself that I've already looted this car, as I pop the hood, so that I can tell at a glance, oh, I don't have to, like, climb in and go through everything and look at the trunk. I already got what I needed out of there. Alright, so we are now at Commuter's Lament, which is the far end of the road. If you follow this all the way back, you're going to run into a dead end on the other side. So this is effectively the other end of the road. But, no fear, we're going to keep going. Always picking up rose hips whenever I can. Same with the mushrooms. They're very light to carry and they're very useful in a bind. Alright, so we have left Coastal Highway. We are now in the Old Island Connector, which is a little subzone between two major zones, being Coastal Highway and the... crap, I can't remember the name of the next one. We'll see shortly. Desolation Point? Is that it? I think that's it. So anyway, keep following the road. Oh no, it's a rock. I'm gonna have to duck and get under it and crawl really slow. Alright, so we come out on the other side of like a big old rock slide. Obviously, the road going through some forest up here. Obviously, the waterfront is going to be on the right. So, let's see what this place has in store. Whew! Alright, so there's some burned out houses and stuff over here. Just kind of try to investigate the little nooks and crannies. Because, hey, see what you can find. Something useful. I'm gonna go ahead and use a hatchet on this. Grab all the... Oh, I should have used the knife. Oh well. I need to sharpen my equipment anyway, so as soon as I find a shelter, which is nearby, I'm going to do that. Ooh, and now I really need to find a shelter. This little subzone has a good variety of things to investigate, little areas where interesting stuff may or may not spawn. Also a really good place for hunting rabbits, if you need to snare you some rabbits. Which, one of these days, I need to hurry up and make some snares, and start doing that, because I really love the rabbit skin mittens that you can make. Alright, so here I am at this old homestead. Obviously all the houses are burned out. Notice there, if you need it, there is some firewood laying around. And you can take, like, benches and picnic tables and chop them up for firewood in a bind. But, oh, look at this. I can go in a basement. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the light, even though I'm about to run out of fuel, just so y'all can see this. This is one of the few basements you can actually access, which is good, because I think this is like the only
this'll come in handy.
sort of man-made shelter you can get to in this little subzone. But there's always some cool stuff in here. Let's look in the toolbox. Oh, always good to have those. That was it. All right. Yeah, that's always helpful. Let's check the first aid. Oh, I already did. What am I doing? Alright, nothing back there. Oh, washer and dryer. You can check those as well. And that was useless. Oh well. No big. Alright, so, getting a little tired and hungry, so we're gonna stop and do some maintenance work here. Have some food, have some water. Perfect. Okay. So since I'm indoors and it got really pretty crappy out, I'm gonna go ahead and bed down on a bedroll. Let's call it 6 hours, because I'm pretty sure I'll still have daylight after that. Ah! I always do that. Dang it. There we go. Always hitting the wrong button. You'd think I would have learned by now. Have a great day, Airsoft Patch. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you again real soon. I will be following you shortly. And if anyone's watching has any questions or comments, I would love to speak to you. Just hop on in chat and let me know what you're thinking. Alright. Force a habit. I always, as soon as I get out of my bedroll, pick it right back up. Because I've actually wandered off before, actually during this series of streams, I've done it, where I just kind of often left my bedroll laying around, and that is one of the worst things you can do. Because without the ability to sleep somewhere, you're really, really in bad shape. Alright. Still got dark out anyway, so I'm going to come in here and just kind of bed down until morning. Well, I don't have too much longer. I'll go ahead and wait it out. Take a look and see if there's anything I need to repair. Fix up these socks real quick. Yeah, that ought to do. I like, once something gets down to around 75% durability, I like to, you know, patch it up. Any higher than that, and it's kind of a waste of resources. Just let it kind of tick down. Alright. So back out on the old crumbling highway. Let's take a look at this car. Alright, I don't see anything in the... Well, I barely see anything at all, but I don't see anything on the floorboards. Glove box is empty. Let's check the back seat. I hear a wolf out there somewhere. Nothing really in the car. Come on, trunk. Have something good.
I think I can use this.
Meh. Nah. Yay. Alright. Oh, real quick. Don't forget you can check in mailboxes. I don't really need newspaper or anything, but mailboxes are a great place to find them, if you do need them. I'm just gonna run over here and see if there's anything worth scoping out, closer to the coastline. Sometimes I just like to climb to the highest point of something and just have a look around. See what direction I want to head in. I'm gonna kind of scoot down this hillside here. Because over here is a cave I can check out. But first, look what I found over here. More food. Go ahead and do all that with the hatchet. It doesn't matter. Alright. So we're kind of rolling in deer meat at this point. Also over here... God, I wish my... Will this help any? Yeah, okay. Also over here next to this cave, came down off the highway up there. And the cave is right next to me. But don't forget there's old man's beard lichens down here, and mushrooms. So grab those up while you can. These lichens are one of the most valuable resources in the game. right? Oh, okay. Let's turn that off for a second. I'm really about to run out of fuel. And here's a cave. Let's see what I got in here. Nope. Well, that didn't last long. That's alright. I can kind of see that somebody left a campfire in here at some point. There is lumps of coal on the ground. Check it out. Alright, well, I'm going to grab up a couple of those. That's something that, until this point, we have not seen yet, is coal. Coal is going to be a really big factor in the next leg of our journey. So since I'm in a cave, which is technically not indoors, I'm going to go ahead and start a fire. Yeah, you know what? I don't need to use that accelerant just now. Now is the point in the game where I start trying to save up accelerant for when I really, really need it. Like if there's bad weather and I really need to make a fire, like in the wilderness, that's when you're going to need your lighter fluid and your kerosene the most. Alright. I could add coal to this fire, but watch. Can't do it. The fire has to be burning for 25 minutes before I can even add coal to it. So it has to be good and hot. So I'm just gonna hold off on that for now. I might not even need to use any coal. But if I needed to further fuel this fire, I could. Matter of fact, before it burns out, I'm going to take a look at my water situation and see if I don't need to come up with some more of it. Go ahead and have this last bit of wolf meat too. Okay. Oh, whoops. I forgot to look. Yeah, since I've got some soda and a cup of tea on me, I can get away with having that much water. So I'm actually good. However, it got really gross out while I was in here looking at this cave, which really there wasn't a whole heck of a lot to see. So you know what? I am going to throw some coal on there. Look at how much more heat it adds. Just a phenomenal amount of heat output. I'm gonna go ahead and throw 2 coal on the fire and, oops, and take a nap over here next to it, because I was starting to get pretty winded. I did it again. So stupid. There we go. Let's see if we can't get this storm to pass. That's alright. There. Now I can take a long nap. And I won't freeze to death. Okay, almost morning time. The weather has died down. Hour left on that, hour left on the fire. Do I want to use it? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I get nervous, when I have, you know, less than 2 liters of water on me. Go ahead. Do away with that fear. There we go. Alright, so our little cave we checked out. Everything's cool. Got cooking on some meat. Alright. Alright, so this is the arch, another point of interest that you want to uncover if you're going for that, you know, 100% completion of the map thing, like I'm trying right now. That's just like a, you know, little rock arch next to that cave. Once again, you can go out on the ice out here. It is not recommended that you go very far, because the ice will get thin and you will fall in and die. There is no saving yourself from falling into freezing water. It's just insta-death. Oh god, and there I go. No! Yeah, so, there's really no reason to come back here. Learn from my mistake. I hear crows, they're probably hollering about that deer I found over there. Really doesn't seem to be anything out here on the ice that's worth looking at. But by God, I'm gonna look just in case. Yeah, there's really nothing over here. All of the action is kind of on the other side of the highway, with the exception of that little cave over there. Alright, so I'm crawling back up onto the land. Okay. Well, there's just, oh, there is something over there. No, that is the deer. No, it's not. Huh. Let's go check that out. We'll hit this little area later. Too intrigued by whatever is going on over here. Oh, it's a dead guy. Ah, poor guy. I don't want your hat, though. Your hat is garbage!
Okay.
So is your other hat. Good day, sir. Alright, so I'm gonna kind of loop back around over here, heading back towards the homestead that I found and looted. Since I kind of looked at the highway a little bit, I want to go around back and show the kind of wooded area, which is just swarming with bunny rabbits. Good place to set up traps down here. What if I had any? Alright, so here's some more crows over here. Let's see what they're on about. Yay! Just windfall after windfall over here. This is great. Another cave? Let's go ahead and skin and harvest this guy. Then I'll grab up some firewood, duck into that cave, and cook it. And perhaps take a quick nap because I'm probably getting tired again. It's so easy to get tired when you're carrying a lot of stuff like I do. But luckily I know how to work around it. Work with it. I thought that was a branch I could harvest, but apparently not. Are there any branches I can harvest? Not really. Yeah, I don't like fooling with these bigger branches. I like to pick up the sticks if I can, just because that takes a minute, and like if there's already sticks laying around, why not get those? That ought to do. I've still got coal. Alright, so I did notice in here, oh, I thought that was a campfire, but it's firewood. Nice. Definitely want that. And a backpack. Yay. Yay. Okay. Good deal. I like to hide over here in this corner so that the wind doesn't get me. And start a fire. Alright, good enough. Do 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 do. Great. Toss on some fur. Toss on a couple of venison steaks. Have ourselves a little cave party. Let's eat all 17 calories of this real quick. God. Alright. Getting tired. Since there's fire here, I'm gonna take a quick sleep of about 4 hours. I can hear that my fire went out, but that's okay. I think I'm warm enough at this point that I won't die. See, it didn't even drop, which is good. Alright, I'm still a little winded, but I'm definitely better off than I was. And I am moving a little slower because I picked up some firewood and some deer stuff, but that's alright. This is not a very large zone. Oh, there's some dang firewood. I was looking for that. So anyway, it's not a big zone. It's pretty easy to get from point A to point B without, you know, expending too much energy. Just heard a weird noise. What was that? Oh, it's a wolf running away from me. Ha ha. Okay, so you notice this little retaining wall over here. Why, over there is the entrance to something. Let's grab up any lichens we see on the way and make our way over that way. You can't get up there by going on that side. There's just no way to climb up. So you have to kind of go the long way around. That's the break in the highway. Always check the back of the truck, see if there's anything in it. Okay. Got an orange soda, some newsprint I don't need right now, but, you know, pretty good if you
Probably useful.
need something to start a fire with. Alright, now up there is that little entrance that I saw. I'm just going to run around this side real quick just to show you another dead end. There's nothing to get past over here. And it's not a point that you can uncover on the map, so it's really not worth running back there. I just wanted to show you that it's not worth running back there. Alright. Grab these before I head in there. Okay, so it looks like this is a mine. Come on. There it is. Alright, let's see what we can see in here. Oh, and scrap metal? I'm gonna want that. Now I'm going to start collecting as much scrap metal and coal as I possibly can. First of all, though, give me just a second. Bio break. I will be right back. Okay, thank you for your patience. Here we go again. Let's take a look around in here. Don't need any boots. Yep, need that. Definitely need that. Tinder plugs, can never have enough of them. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there, along with that hat. Now, in this mine, it pays to check in these little crates that you find laying around, because there's coal in them most of the time. Oops. Alright, so, I am out of lighter fluid. But I do have a spare flare. So we're just gonna use that to see by down here. Gotta creep through these cramped little tunnels in this cave. Apparently there was a cave in. Spoopy. Just keep an eye on the ground when you're coming through here, because you're going to find a bunch of coal laying around. Just hanging out on the ground. And it's easy to miss them with insufficient lighting. For example, what I've got going on right now. But that's okay. This is not a hard mine to get to. Nor is it the only one. Alright, dead ends. I always like to check around the back of stuff like this, because sometimes you'll find like rifle rounds on the floor, or various helpful things. Of course, not this particular one. Yay. Oh, and check it out. There's a workbench in here. Let's take a look in the drawer. Nope, don't want that.
Anything.
I do, however, want that. Let's see, yeah, I'm not going to bother doing that just yet. I don't really need to do anything at a workbench right now, so I'm just going to kind of abandon it. Let's see how much of this I can get. Oh, all of it. Alright, I'm just going to make it through this cave. Oh. Let's check the ground just past these, because sometimes there's stuff that you can grab through the bars. Almost there. Almost there. Theoretically. See the light at the end of the tunnel over there, but I do want to check over here real quick. Yep. Like I said, there's sometimes stuff by these, you know, closed off sections of the mine. Okay. So here I am at the other side. Go ahead and throw that away, because it's going to be useless here in a second. Let's grab the soda. Definitely want that round down there. That's why you always check under stuff.
No.
Nope.
Nothing useful.
Yep. Nope. Double nope. Okay. Now, let me take a look at my inventory. I am carrying just a boatload of things. I do not need all this stuff on me right now. So let me show you kind of what I do in this particular zone. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to go ahead and cop to that. I'm gonna drop all the stuff that I have to cure, because I'm pretty sure this counts as being indoors, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, so so I'm just gonna leave this pile of stuff here, curing while I explore this zone. I'm also gonna take all of the coal I picked up, and I'm just gonna drop it right here at the door. Because coal, it adds up, it's heavy, and I don't need to be carrying all that right now. But if I need to come back and get it, I can just run over here and grab it and run back out. Alright, so now I'd just like to take a little rest, get in good shape, you know, to set out first thing in the morning and check out this new zone that we found. Of that, and probably that candy bar for breakfast. Sleep through the rest of the night. Alright. Take a drink of water and hit the road. Okay. Yep, Desolation Point. Here we are. Again, it's along the coast that we've been following. So, there's a couple of ways we can come at this. I would like to go ahead and... yeah. We'll come up this way on the way out, because this is kind of a dead-end zone. So I'm just going to kind of carefully scoot down the side of this mountain right here, so we can kind of start at the quote-unquote beginning of the map. Alright, so of course what we have over here is a blocked highway. Yet again, another point that you can uncover towards map completion. Not much else going on, except for wherever those crows are. They might just be flying overhead, I don't know. Alright, so obviously we have a little road up here. Let's see, let's go up here real quick and just take a look at the truck. Nothing in the back. Grab that. Nope. Yep. Pop that hood. Alright. So if we wanted to go back to the mine that we just came out of, we'd come up here and make a left, obviously. Nothing on that trailer is of any interest. We can follow this way, but right now I'd rather take you along the road so we can get a better overview of this area. So you can kind of make it out. There's a building up there on the top of that hill ahead of me. There's some lichens over there. Let's run over and grab them. So we can also take a look out at the ocean. Alright, climb up this hill. Really nothing over here, down there, or anything, unless, of course, you see crows. There's nothing dead that you can check out. Yay! Look, we're gonna go over there and scare that wolf. But you see that lighthouse? We can get into that. We can get into that building up there. Hell with it. I'll let you have this one, Wolf. I don't feel like running all the way out there. So obviously, in this zone, I kind of like to set up the lighthouse to be the home base to come back to while I'm exploring this particular area. Here we have another little offshoot road, and if we follow that up here, you're going to see an entrance to another mine. A lot of coal mining in these parts here. So I can go in there. I don't really want to right now, but it's an option. I am going to come over here and grab that metal gun. Alright. So let's kind of climb up this way. Going towards that structure that I saw from the road, which is a church. Very cool looking little church. It's not in the best of shape, but it's neat. There's a bunch of lichens growing back here. Maybe, oh look, some saplings. I don't need to, I don't really need those. I have such a hard time walking by stuff that I can loot without looting it. Ugh. Hurts my soul. Anyway, let's go in here through this little creepy graveyard. Here's our little church that we can go look through. Directly across the way is the lighthouse. The only way you can access the lighthouse is by going across that little series of islands that's connected by bridges. You cannot go, like, to the bottom of that mountain of rock that it's sitting on and climb up. There's just no way. So that is the only route. That's the only thing that makes it kind of a pain to have as a home base, is that it's really hard to access. Alright, so let's check out this church. Looks like it was pretty once upon a time. Yay. Okay, peanut butter is always a good thing to find, even when it's kind of not in great shape.
I'll take it.
That's great to find. That is not. Actually, that reminds me, though. Just quickly make sure that my gear is in okay condition. And it is. Oh, feather. There's why there's a feather. Dead gentleman over here. Well, he had a knife that I don't need, but if I did need it, there it is. I carry tinder plugs whenever I find them, just because it doesn't hurt to have more.
This stuff will come in handy. Okay,
so we found some food. Ooh, check this out. A pile of 308 rounds. It's always good to check around and under the pews. Because look, there is a first aid kit.
I think I can use this.
Yay. Alright. And that's it for the little church. Great place to find stuff if you're really hurting for, like, a snack. Or some firewood. Also, you can take these, where are they? These planks on the ground, and you can bust them up for firewood if you need to. Cardboard for tinder. And there is a fire barrel over here in the corner, so that's very helpful. Do I need to do anything here? Not really, I'm not cold. Don't need to cook anything. I think we're in good shape. I'm just gonna run out back, grab up the lichens that I saw there. I'm gonna leave that bedroll, just so that I know where one is if I lose the current one I have. Oh wow. Glad I looked down. Alright, so let's get all these. It's weird, I hear crows, but they would be circling the building if they were hollering about that dead guy, so they must be somewhere else. Go around this, yeah. Climb up here real quick. See if there's anything of interest. There is not. Though I do like to have a high vantage point. Now this little area of road that leads up to the church is just bunny rabbit heaven. Once again, a really great place to set up some traps, some snares, if you have any. Okay, so before getting any further into this zone, let's go check out the lighthouse. Start setting it up as our house. Just so you know, this is a little like stretch of path that wolves really like to hang out in. It's really easy to like come around a mound of snow and be face to face with a wolf, so that's why I have my gun out right now. Because at this point I'm so close to my shelter that if I were to shoot something it would be fine. It wouldn't take me too long to get back to shelter to cure stuff and cook stuff. Plus I just found a bunch of ammo, so that's it's not like I'm going without, or being too wasteful by shooting anything. Alright. Made it. Okay, welcome to the lighthouse. There's a lot to see and do in here. A lot of little corners to look in and stuff, so let's get going on that. After we kind of go through and look at everything and establish this is our home base, I think I'm going to end today's session. Just heads up. Alright. Check these drawers. They might have anything from clothes to snacks. Scrap materials. Great. Do I have any firewood on me? Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that here. Or, so I'm gonna go ahead and close the screen for some reason. There we go. Got a stove for cooking. Book to throw in the stove. Dang it. You know what, just for the sake of everybody being able to see, I'm gonna use a flame here. Okay. Oh, check it out, there's some boots down there. Alright, so there's a cabinet under the stairs. A lot of times what I like to do is, if I'm gonna be holding up here for a while, which I am, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my food into there. At least the food I don't need to be carrying right now. AKA everything that's in relatively good shape. Okay. Let's check out the next floor. Always look at these windowsills. Sometimes there's stuff sitting on them. Alright, so up here we've got a little bed, some matches, a vest that I don't need, there's some crackers, and a book. Awesome. Once again, radios don't work. Alright, get everything out of that shelf we can. Ah, see, there's a little container on the windowsill. Nothing in it, but still, worth looking at. Alright, up here we have a little storage area. The rifle cleaning kit, that's nice. Another flare, that's good since I'm wasting one right now. And here's a little trick. Occasionally, if you break down this pallet, there will be a jerry can back here, but not this time. That's okay. But you can break down all these crates and everything, and various bits of furniture in here. For firewood, for like scrap metal if needed.
Probably useful.
Nope. We will keep those there in case we need them eventually, though. Now, moving on up to the very top. Always like to check on the floor up here. Sometimes there's little things for you to find and pick up. Alright. Always good to have extras. Oh, and there's lantern fuel. Yay. Not much, but we can use that, definitely. And just, you know, come up here and check around on the ground. I also like to come out on the observation deck. Hiya! Well, that's fun. Anyway, just do a quick walk around up here. Sometimes you'll find, like, just gonna say, some rifle rounds on the ground. Where are we at? 43 rounds. This is the most ammunition I've ever had in this game. This is insane. Pretty proud of that. Okay, but up here we've got a bird's eye view of the rest of the zone, or at least some of the rest of the zone. So let's explain a little bit about what we're going to see next time we tune in. Okay, so there is the walkways leading back to the main road. There's a little road going up to the church. There's a bridge just past there. And what's this out in the water? That doesn't look like a rock. That is a shipwreck. So actually we will be able to go over there and crawl into that shipwreck and look around. So that'll give us something to look forward to next time. I'm just gonna come on in here. Actually, I'm gonna throw some fuel on that lantern real quick. And before I log out, I'm gonna do some quick maintenance. You know, just to illustrate how important it is to keep on top of that stuff. Let's go refuel this guy. Great. Turn that on so I don't fall down the stairs. Alright. I don't feel like picking up all that firewood just now. So I'm gonna come back down to where I was storing stuff in that cabinet. And I'm just gonna stuff the rest of the food I found in there. Particularly these crackers, because those are really excellent to have. Very light, have a lot of calories. Only problem is they make you thirsty, but that's okay. You should always be carrying water with you anyhow. Nope, I think I got food poisoning from that. I did. From an energy bar? Really? Was it made of salmonella? Salmonella and cranberry crunch. Alright. so I took my medicine. That way I'm not going to deteriorate until I die, which is nice. However, I am tired enough to start going down in health, so I'm going to be able to recover just by sleeping, so I'm going to go ahead and do some maintenance now anyway. I don't need to fix any clothes. However, my tools were starting to suffer pretty badly. Rifle's in good shape, but I need to sharpen up my hatchet and my knife. Won't take too long. And of course my sharpening skill is increasing, meaning that the higher it goes, the more percentage improvement I'll be able to accomplish per sharpen. As it is right now, it's only doing 4% per. Which takes a while to get it to 100, but you know, that's what I get for letting it go for so long. All it took for me was just one time of getting out into the wilderness and dying because I overused a tool and broke it. And then, I believe it was a hatchet too, so I had no way of getting firewood. And it's really hard to make a fire to sustain your life off of sticks that you find just laying on the ground. That's terrible. Aw, man. See what that was stupid of me. I should have turned that off. Well. I'm just gonna keep going real quick. Wait, what happened? Did I just harvest my hatchet? Hot damn, I think I did. That was really stupid. See, that's what happens when I get to talking. Luckily, I still have a hacksaw and I know where to find a couple of hatchets, so I'm not too concerned, but damn, that's what happens when I don't pay attention and hit the wrong button. Fun. Okay. Oh, my sharpener ran out. Also, that sucks. Yeah, this is why you pay attention, folks. Don't be like me. Alright, I'm just going to clean out this top drawer of this dresser real quick, and I'm going to just stuff in there the things that I don't need to be carrying. There's no, I think, fishing to be had in this particular zone, so I'm putting up my tackle, just because I don't feel like carrying it. Putting up some extra matches that I found on the way. God, did I find a bunch of matches, or what? Alright, so I've got about 20 left. Don't need an extra cleaning kit. Actually, I don't need to carry that one either. I could probably get away with putting my ammo up. And that's probably good for now. Alright. Now, you notice that up here there was a bed. We're going to go ahead and take a sleep. I think I'm gonna eat and drink real quick and then rest for 10 hours just to knock out that food poisoning. Alright, that ought to see us through. Alright, so that got me through the old food poisoning. Again, gonna eat something and then sleep through till morning. Great, alright, there we go. Yeah, see, I was at about 66% health just then. I ought to be pretty okay when I wake up. 93, gonna go ahead and sleep until I'm all the way better, and I'll tell you why. There is a bear in the zone. The bear is in a place where it's pretty easy for him to get to most of the points on the map, so he could conceivably, you know, creep up on me at any point in time without me realizing. So in that case, I would really like to be fully at 100% health. Because if a bear attacks you and you are less than 95% health, you are going to die, most likely, before you can save yourself. Alright, so here we are. We're all set up for an adventure next time. I'm going to go ahead and have to sign off now, but thank you very much for watching. I hope everybody enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time around. Thanks a lot.